guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a hot sec, and that's because it has. Have I been busy? Not really. I've been broke and I haven't been crafting, so there's been no content. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. Hi, if you've been here before, then no, that's not the order it goes. If you've not been here before, hey, my name is Mia. If you have been here before, then hey, my name is still Mia, but it's good to see you again. So. I feel like we got off to a good start there. And then my brain was like, oh, that's going way too smoothly. Let's trip this all up. What are we doing today? We're doing what we always do. We're chatting shit and making shit, and we're doing it in that order. So today's video, we're making like a DIY Pantone gallery wall. It is cuter than it sounds, okay? I've complicated it. I've basically made like a mini gallery wall in my office room, and some of the prints I bought from like really cute small businesses, and obviously we'll shout them out. But then I kind of thought it could be a good challenge to try creating some DIY art prints myself. I did do a range of like loads of different methods of easy art prints, so if you want to create this yourself, you can do what I did and buy some and then make some yourself. But if you don't want the Pantone art print, like, just use some A4 paper. I mean, I feel like I've over-explained this and everyone's just gonna naturally understand. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing today. It's easy, it's cute, it's everything a DIY should be. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'm gonna go and we're just gonna get into making.
Hello lovers, voiceover Mia here with way less energy than camera Mia. That girl was pre-hungover. This one is editing in bed at 1 p.m. So for part one, we're going to have a quick look at the small businesses I bought some beautiful artwork from. The first store was Jenny's Papercraft Co. on Etsy, and oh my god, her work is so beyond beautiful. I actually bought all 8 of the prints that she has available on her store, and I cannot recommend them enough. The prints themselves are really sturdy and the print quality just looks beautiful, but it's like the artwork is whimsical and kind of fantastical, and it's so good. The second store that I dropped by was Art by Annie. She also has some really cute prints available. With her, I did only pick up one just because not all of her prints were available in the sizing that I needed to keep it cohesive. But again, she is a really cute like a little art store. I really recommend checking her out. She sent me loads of freebies actually, which was super sweet. And yeah, her work is really high quality as well. Okay, and on to part 2. So this is actually where all the fun begins. I have so many different ideas to show you. I didn't actually use a lot of them on the finished wall because it ended up being a more is less situation real quick. That being said, I'm going to show you the main ideas I had because, well, who doesn't love a good dose of inspiration? Just so you guys know, I'm actually using a 100 pack of Pantone postcards for the base of all of my prints. You can pick this up off Amazon if you're interested. It's really cheap, and again, it just keeps the sizing of everything nice and cohesive. First up is our holographic opal print. The wonderful Key and by Design actually shared a DIY using this amazing iridescent cry cut vinyl, which massively inspired me. I've actually left his channel name on the screen, so you should definitely check that out. I bought this vinyl in the color opal. So for this postcard, it's super simple. I literally just cut out some vinyl that was roughly the size of the top of my postcard, stuck it down, and then I trimmed the excess off from around the sides. Honestly, this one was so quick and easy to make, but it is stunning. If you've got it next to a window, especially when the light hits it, it changes colour, and it's just, it's all my Urban Outfitters dreams rolled into one. My next favourite art style, hands down, has to be collages. Easy, creative, not having to use any actual artistic ability myself. We love it. So I actually created a few little collages to give you different ideas. Did they all turn out great? Strong no. Real strong no. But we tried, and that counts for something. So my favorite collaging tip is honestly actually going to the thrift store and picking out some old magazines. My personal favorites are magazines like Breathe and Frankie, for example, because they feature tons of illustrations and artwork and cool photography, and the paper is all really thick and high quality print. You can of course use a printer and find images on Pinterest, but personally my printer is utter garbage, so I skipped out on that one. Another one of my favourite things to add to a good collage are dried and pressed flowers. Unfortunately, I didn't actually have any pressed flowers kicking around, but a couple of my designs featured dried ones. To be honest, guys, I'm not really too sure what I can tell you here. I feel like collages are pretty self explanatory, but more than that, they're also quite specific to whatever materials you've got on hand. Maybe on screen Mia will be of more assistance here. So the third method I want to share with you is painting with acrylic pouring paint. Now, if you're familiar with my blog or my channel, you will already know that your girl bloody loves acrylic pouring paint. It's literally the only good thing to come out of 2020, and I love to use it on anything that I can. So let me share the love. And don't worry, it's really easy, super beginner friendly. You need no artistic talent, which is why I love it. I actually bought a majority of my pouring paints from Kmart, and they cost me about $6 for a set of four, and they're like surprisingly high quality as well. Other than that, I really love them on mark paints, especially their metallic ones. Now, whenever you're using acrylic pouring paint, the steps are honestly pretty much the same, whatever you're painting onto. And the first step is cover your damn work surface, please. I am looking out for you here. Now, because I wanted the Pantone detailing to be fully visible, my next step was actually to cover the bottom of the postcards in washi tape to protect them from the paint. I then got a small plastic container and squirted a dollop of each paint colour into a corner of the container. That sounds way more confusing than it is, but a really big tip here is that you don't want layers of paint where it's just like a block of one colour. So say you're using pink and black, you don't want just a bottom layer of pink and then a top layer of black. You'd want one layer that's got pink and black swirls and dots in the same thing. It will make sense once you see how it's used. So once you've got a decent amount of paint and you've got a nice variety of colours in it, you want to flip your plastic container upside down onto the print and tilt your card from side to side to spread it around. This is what gives it that really marbly effect, and this is why it's so important that you're not just doing block colours, because say if you do just have, you know, 3 layers of 3 block colors, all that's going to happen is you'll just have one big block color and maybe like a little bit of the other ones around the outside. It's not going to look very good. But anyways, you might actually have to add extra paint to get your print fully covered. That's totally fine. Acrylic pouring paint is so forgiving, it will just meld into one and it will look like you poured it all at the same time. But yeah, that's it. It's such an easy method. The only thing you really have to be careful of is that you resist the urge to touch the paint until it's definitely dry. Honestly, just leave it overnight to be safe. The amount of times I have ruined my work because I've been like, oh, I've left it for 5 hours, it should be fine, and nope, now there's a thumbprint sized hole in my painting. Just leave it. Just be safe. Trust me on this one. Okay, lovers, we have reached our last art print ideas, and that is stealing all the inspo from Pinterest and creating those kind of minimal boho vibe prints that we've all seen floating around. So for these, it definitely helps to have some kind of reference image or even just a base idea. For my first print, I just wanted to draw some lemons, so I used the basic lemon shape on repeat. To keep all my colours cohesive, I started with a rose pink paint, painted a couple of lemons, and then added a touch of white to my original colour, painted some more lemons, and then added some orange, and rinse and repeat. It basically just meant that all of my colours were different, but similar enough to complement each other and look good. Once all of that was dry, I added detailing using a white acrylic paint pen. Annoyingly, my camera actually died at this point, so sorry, no footage for that one. My next print was pretty much the same idea. I painted some simple and vaguely circular shapes in trendy terracotta tones, left them to dry, and then I used my white paint pen to draw some simple line art flowers over some of the circles. This last print was a little different because I also did some super basic embroidery and embroidered a teeny tiny little flower onto the bottom circle. To be honest, I don't think the embroidery added too much, which is why I didn't add like a whole second for it. But hey, it happened, so it's here. And that's it for my DIY gallery wall. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and maybe got some inspiration for some fun art ideas. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. And that's about it, lovers. Have a good day.